Good afternoon. Welcome to 55 Alive. Back with you once again. Out to the garden this morning. Picked up a few items that we're going to have at the dinner table today. Yes. And I'm adding sweet potato slits. Now I've heard you can saute them, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop them and mix them in with my collards. So not only my collards, but of course my oriental green, one of my favorites. I'm in love with this green. And I picked some of the collards. A little small, but I wanted some collards, okay? So I went ahead and pulled them. All natural, no chemicals whatsoever. Right, so I'm excited about what's happening here in the garden. And as I stated, we will be talking about different things on this channel. And I just like to say, stay safe, stay safe. It's a lot going on. You know, now they're talking about the vaccine. You're supposed to get 2 doses, but there's only 1 dose available. Lies. People be careful, be prayerful. It's just too much going on out there. All right, let's change the subject. Or let's change the topic. Hey, we're always cooking here in the kitchen. Hold on, be right back. All right, let's continue where we left off at. Excuse me. These are some of the best oranges that I found in a long time. They are delicious. Really not an orange, it's more like a tangerine. So sweet, and it even has seeds in it. Now this is the real deal. Very rarely can you find a good orange with seeds in it. Usually they're GMOs, you know, no seeds. Nevertheless, as I was stating, you know, got greens, some onions, you know, different things from the garden. Still produce the jalapenos, a small little bell pepper, but I do have more. Trust me, I have plenty more. I have cabbage, kale, curly kale. My sweet potato slits are moving very nicely. Everything is growing. It's in preparation for the spring garden. Now, I'm not really a newbie at this. Then back in 2013, we had a beautiful garden, and it was just one of those. We had no idea. Something happened, and we had to make a decision to survive. And what we did was we started a garden. I'm going to get a quick picture and let you see. Stay with me. Now, if you can see this, this was my garden back in 2013. It's a few pictures. 2013, how we started, and we actually started off in just like a little raised bed, and then we kept expanding as the garden began to grow. And we had such a plentiful harvest. We couldn't even give. I mean, we had so many collards and black-eyed peas, you name it. We couldn't give this stuff away. We tried, so we began to freeze them. Some of the people that I gave them to, they put them in smoothies. So that's just a little bit. So that's cauliflower right there. So we're looking really to duplicate this at some point. Once again, I'm not trying to be overwhelmed. That's me back in the background. Yes, that's your girl. All right. So that's what I did back in 2013. So like I said, I'm not a newbie, and this is just a small, like the beginning of the garden. We had sunflowers. We had so much. So as time goes on, each time I come on, I'm going to try to bring some of those pictures as the new garden comes together. So, wow. So I want to share something with you. So we have been working on a project for, wow, it's been months now, and we were waiting to hear back. We needed a decision, and they were taking so much time with the decision. Now, I'm not saying who they were, but nevertheless, it took a while. And if I could say anything today, it's going to be relentless in your pursuits. Whatever it is, be relentless. Don't give up. Keep pressing in. Keep believing. Keep the faith. Keep hope. Now, I know MLK, Martin Luther King Jr.'s Day, is coming up on tomorrow. And you're going to hear so many things about I have a dream. And, all the great things that Martin Luther King has done for us. Even in the midst of all that he's done, we know inequality is still here. The fight and the struggle is still here. Nevertheless, we will press on. We will endure. We're going to get through this. So I'm so excited just to share that tidbit of information. I had a few people writing some letters for me. And before I got the decision, I sent an email to a friend of mine, and I said, well, it wasn't in God's favor for this time. And by the time the sun came up, I had an email in my inbox telling me to have, to check some things out. And it checked out. So while I'm yet sleeping and yet kind of, God had already worked that thing out. So we want to be relentless in our pursuits toward whatever it is. Toward whatever it is. John 15:7 says that as we abide in his word and his word abide in us, we shall ask what we will. So when we abide in the things of God, when we abide in his word, I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about man stuff. I'm talking about what his word says. If we abide in him and his word abide in us, we shall ask what we will. But what I had to do while I was waiting, I had to remove myself from it. I had to remove myself. Okay, God, it's in your hands. It's going to be what it's going to be. Thank God for my husband, because he's like, hey, we are going full force. We're not going to sit down and roll over. No, we're going full force. So we did that. And in so doing, I had to remove myself back. I stepped back. I said, okay, while they're doing that, I'm going to be doing some other things. So I began to really just start making the videos, just kind of getting my mind together. Getting my mind together. And I tell you, the sweetest thing I found is when you can take that time to say, God, I appreciate you. God, I thank you. Now, it's not working like I want it to work, but it's working how you see fit for it to work. That's how I believe. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. In the midst of everything that's happening around us, everything that's happening around us. I got so many notifications. Be careful. They're planning on doing this. Young men walk in pairs of twos. They're out to do some dangerous things coming up. So be watchful. Listen, we've always been watchful. The Bible said, watch as well as pray. Watch with your eyes open. You know how we pray and we close our eyes? No, watch and pray. All right? So we've always had to walk cautiously. Why? Why is this? Why is this? Nevertheless, it is what it is. As I said before, it is what it is. It is what it is. But we're going to keep moving forward. And I'm just so excited to get into these greens. Oh, my goodness. And listen, I told you before, I have something I'm doing in my garden, and I'm putting that together now. It's been so cloudy. It's been a little overcast. And I really don't like to be outside when it's like overcast like that. It kind of makes you dreary. But nevertheless, I enjoy being outside. So I'm keeping the porch together, and so I can sit out there, listen to my jazz, and just enjoy my time, my me time. So thank you for joining me today. It's been a pleasure. It's something when you try to record yourself and talk about some different things that are going on. I'm going to share with you guys. I started canning, and I want to say a shout out to some very special people. I don't know them personally, but I came upon their channel, and I'm just enjoying being a part of this community. That's Lead Farmer 73. He has a garden club, so I kind of follow him. Also, Homestead Heart and the Grow Family Network. Also, the New Orleans Gardener, Linda, and also Cheryl's Organic Food Forest. Now, these are young and older women, family, husband and wife team. and they're doing some good things. It's just encouraging just to see them and be out there and kind of, you know, get motivated. Because it was Homestead Heart that motivated me to start canning. And I canned back in June after watching her videos, and I had all these things that I needed. You know, mango season had come in, and I had pulled mangoes, and I canned those mangoes. I had pineapples that I had grown, so I had pineapple mango jam. It took so much time just for me to get to that point because of fear. Because of fear, I can't do this. It's too much going on. It's just too much. So what I did after watching the videos, I said, listen, I'm just going to do it. So I stepped right into it, and I can, guys. I can. Let me show you real quick. So this is my mango, if you can see that. That's my mango jam. It's just a mango jam. Seal still intact. And I canned this on June 26th of last year. I'm so excited about this right here. Now these were cranberries. Someone had given me cranberries, and I canned this on June 24th. So this is when I really first started. Whole cranberries. And what I did, I watched a lot of YouTube, and I went ahead. Now this is a little more thicker, so I used this during Thanksgiving because it's more like the cranberry in the can, cranberry sauce in the can. But this has so much flavor, has little chunks in it of fresh cranberry. So I'm excited for what's coming up in this. As the summer comes in, there are blooms already on my mango tree. So watch what you're going to see, and I'm hoping to be able to shoot some video of the process. Now, what I'm doing right now is just water bath canning. So that's going to give me my preserves. That's going to give me my pickles and things like that. So I'm not doing the pressure canning. No, I'm doing the water bath canning. So once I get this down, and it's relatively easy. You just have to follow. There are things that you have to follow along. And I have a canning book. I have a couple of books, canning books that I purchased, and I'll be purchasing a few more because these are skills that we need. Come on, the way the world is going right now, we need to know how to do some basic stuff. You know, some things that our grandparents used to do, our moms. You know, I remember as a little girl that on Saturdays, Grandmama Lula, we used to call her, she would make fig jam or fig preserve and peach preserve. Oh my goodness, you're talking about good. So we would have on Saturdays no, we had no pig, but we had fig preserve, peach preserve with homemade biscuits and fried chicken wings. I remember it like it was yesterday. Delicious. Oh my goodness. Didn't know at the time. I was a little girl. I wish I was able to just, and I was actually in the kitchen with her. I saw her making these items, but you know, we're kids. We just want to eat it. You know, I saw her rolling out the dough on the counter. It was all good. It was delicious. So as I get older, and my granddaughter, she's around my feet. You know, she's always there. She wants to get involved. We're going to make us a sour cream pound cake today. Yes, I said it. A sour cream pound cake. And I'm still working toward optimal health. I'm still working towards that. That doesn't mean I can't have a piece of cake every now and then. As they said, don't get it twisted, okay? We still gonna live this life. We still gonna enjoy life. Okay, we're gonna enjoy life. All right. So that's all for you this time. So once again, thank you for tuning in to 55 Alive. And if you like the content that you're hearing here, that you're seeing here, like I said, it's going to be fun. It's going to be lightweight. You know, we're going to talk about a few things here and there. Go ahead and like, subscribe. You can even share it if you like. You know, I kind of got that off of YouTube. Like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.